Christy with Om Health, and I've brought along a partner today to help me. This is Cole, and we're going to do a 15-20 minute little yoga practice for you to practice at home. I'm so grateful that you guys have joined us. We're going to start in a nice comfortable seat with a nice tall spine, and we're going to start out with some belly breathing. So we're going to feel our belly expand like a balloon and then deflate like a balloon does. Let's start by putting our hands on our belly so we're going to be able to feel what's happening. Let's take a deep breath in through our nose. Feel that belly expand and out through your mouth. Another deep breath in through the nose. Feel it expand and let it deflate. One more time, in through our nose. Hold it and exhale through your mouth. Let's bring our hands to our heart. Just take a moment to set an intention or think of a reason we're doing our yoga practice today. Silently in our heads. And with that, we're going to send all the love out through our heart, out into the world as we begin to practice together. Let's start with doing warming up our spine a little bit from our seated position. We are just going to move our spine in a nice big circle. Some of us will be low and close to the ground. Others of us may just be up here, whatever feels comfortable in your body. And let's reverse it, go the opposite way. Big circles to the left this time. One more time around. Feel that spine starting to warm up a little bit. And now we're going to put our right hand behind us, take our left hand on our right knee. We're going to be like an owl. Just turn our heads backwards. See what we can see. And let's switch sides. Left hand behind you, right hand on your knee. Deep breath in. And exhale. On the inhale, let's come back to center. We're going to do some side rainbow stretches. Let's take our left arm up in the air. Your right hand can go down on the ground and bend over like a big rainbow to the right. And switch sides. Left hand up in the air. Stretch it to the left. Nice job. And back. Let's bring our feet out straight. Kind of just start to move your toes around, move your ankles in circles, whatever feels good to you right now. Good job. Let's take our knees and kind of bounce them a little bit. Get feeling really, really good. We're going to take our shoulders. Let's lift our shoulders up to our ears and roll them down our back to keep a nice straight spine. One more time, shoulders up to our ears and roll them back. Great job, guys. Hope your body's starting to feel a little bit warm and ready to get into some yoga poses. Let's make our way into a tabletop. So we're gonna put our hands flat on the ground, our knees with a nice, long, straight spine. We're going to do a few cat-cows here. So what that means, we're going to look like a cat and we're going to look like a cow. We're going to start with a cow. So we're going to look up, stick our bottoms way, way up in the air on our breath in, and on our exhale, let's turn into a cat with a nice round spine, feeling your feet press into the ground. On the inhale, up into a cow, pressing moo. And on the exhale, let's meow into a nice big cat. One more time. Let's inhale to a cow and exhale. Really push your feet down. Great job, guys. Now we're going to make our way into a downward facing dog. So let's keep our hands planted in the ground. We really want our thumb and our index finger to be pressing into the ground. You can kind of walk your dog out. Whatever movements feel good to you right now. Shake your tail, step up and down. Whatever feels really good. All right, now that we're here, let's lift our right leg up into the sky. We're a three-legged dog, and set it back down. And our left leg up into the sky, another three-legged dog. And back down. Let's lift our heels up in the air, bend our knees, and we're gonna slowly walk to the top of our mats. When we get there, we're gonna lift halfway up and fold on the exhale. Let's get into a nice big ragdoll or gorilla, whatever you wanna call it. You can have a little bend in your knees and just let your body kind of hang and fold over. Great job, guys. Okay, we're gonna slowly roll up. I want your spine. See if we can roll up one little vertebrae at a time until we get into a standing position. Let's, on the inhale, raise our shoulders, and on the exhale, we're gonna go into mountain pose. You wanna feel your feet grounded into the ground. Your hands are facing forward. Let's take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. One more breath in and breath out. Now we're going to go into a sunrise where we lift our arms up to the sky. Look up, bring them together, and sunset, fold down. One more time, come all the way back up, reach like we're the sun rising. And on our exhale, let's bring our hands to our heart. On our next inhale, we're gonna go into star pose. So our feet are a little more than hip width apart. We have our arms nice and straight out. Actually, it's going to be better if I turn to the side. Arms nice and straight out. And we're going to go into a warrior two pose where we take our left foot, turn it towards the front of your mat, and bend down into a warrior, nice strong warrior. Both of your feet are grounded into the ground. You want to feel as if your inner legs are squeezing together. And back up. And let's turn the opposite way. Turn our right foot to the back of your mat and bend that knee. Again, staying nice and strong so we don't sink way down here. We want to stay strong, feeling as if our inner legs want to come together, but they're not going to. You're going to face this way. Let's go back up into our star pose, and we're going to forward fold into a wide-legged gorilla pose. And just let your body hang. If you could get your head close to the ground, that's great. If you need to bend your knees a little bit, that is great too. Whatever feels comfortable, so we feel like our spine is stretching as far as it can go. Okay, we're going to come back up. And let's come back into a mountain pose. From here, let's reach up to the top. We're going to grab our right hand over our left, and let's do a crescent moon on the exhale. To the right, and back up the sunrise, and let's get our crescent moon on this side. Back up to the top and let the sun set and fold forward. On an inhale, let's lift halfway to a nice straight spine. And on an exhale, let's step back into a downward facing dog. Again, if you want to wiggle your dog out a little bit, take some steps, that's great too. And then we're going to bring ourselves into a plank pose. Our hands are pressed nice and firm into the ground. Our entire body feels like a big plank. And then we're going to slowly lower to the ground. You may set your knees down if that's easier, or go ahead, nice elbows straight and close to your body. And we're down on the ground. We're going to go into a Cobra Pose. So remember, a snake has one tail. Let's keep those feet as far back as we can and keep them touching the ground. Our hands are going to come really, really close to our bodies because snakes don't have any arms. And on our inhale, we're going to lift up into a cobra. And on the exhale, lower down. One more big inhale. And on the exhale, lower down. Now we can let ourselves go a little bit. This time we're going to do a locust pose. So we're going to put our hands behind our back, if you can get them together. Still a nice long tail. And on the inhale, we're going to lift both our arms and our feet up in the air, keeping them nice and tight together. And on the exhale, let's lower. One more time, big inhale. And on the exhale, let's lower. Great job, guys. Let's make our way back into a seated position. And we're getting into a butterfly pose. So we're going to put the soles of our feet together and our legs are going to look like little butterflies. And let's go ahead and move them like little butterflies. Up and down, feeling nice and good. Great job, guys. Okay, let's straighten out our legs. And we are gonna rock the baby. This may be a new pose for some of you guys at home, but let's bend our right leg in and we're gonna kind of hold it. We're gonna put our foot, if we can, right on the inside of our elbow and take our leg and we're just gonna rock it like we're holding a little tiny baby. Feel your hips just gently opening. And let's switch legs, put our right leg down. Let's bend our left foot in. Place that right in the inside of our elbow. Grab your left arm around it and let's rock the baby on this side. Great job, guys. Thank you so much for being such good participants at home. And set this leg down. Now we have nice straight legs. You can kind of make sure we're sitting on our sit bones. You can lift your little butt behind you. And we're gonna forward fold like a sandwich. So wherever you can grab on, we're just gonna kind of, or some like to call this the river pose, where we feel like our legs are in the sand and our whole entire top body is like a river, folding over our legs. If you can grab here, you could grab your calves, you could grab your feet, whatever feels comfortable. And we just want to stretch our head as far forward as we can, keeping a nice long spine. And no big deal if you can't reach your feet. Go ahead and just grab onto your calves and fold. Because every time we practice yoga, we're going to be able to go a little bit deeper and fold a little bit more. Great job, guys. Now we're going to go ahead and lay ourselves down and go into bridge pose. So in bridge pose, we want our knees bent about hip width apart. Our hands can be right on the ground next to us, pressing in. And we're gonna lift up, just like there's something going underneath us. If you can, grab your hands and clasp them together, great. If not, you wanna feel your big toes really pressing into that mat as you lift your hips higher and higher. Let's pretend there's a really big boat coming through. Guys, one last inhale, lift them as high as we can. And we're gonna hold it for 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Great job, guys. We're gonna lower ourselves and do a Shavasana. Take a couple of minutes here and just let your entire body relax. Feel as if you're melting into the ground. Your feet, your legs, your chest. Let your jaw go. And just relax. Great job. Let's bring our knees into our chest and give them a nice big hug. They can be wide or they can be close together, whatever feels good for you. And we're going to kind of rock and roll up to a seat. Great job, guys. We're going to finish up here with some lion's breath. So you could stay sitting in a cross-legged position, or you can move yourself where you're sitting kind of on the backs of your heels. Your knees can be a little bit further apart, but make sure your toes are touching. And we're gonna do 2 big lion's breath to end our practice. Let's take a deep breath in through our nose and let it go. Let's see those tongues, everything out. One more deep breath in and let it go. Great job today, guys. Bring your hands to your heart. I thank you so much for practicing with Cole and I today. We really enjoyed it, and I hope you're having fun at home. What I'd like to do is just take a minute to remind us to be very mindful, especially during this time right now, where we can just observe what other people are thinking, and maybe take a little moment out of our day to share our love and our heart and all this joy that we've built up inside of us with someone you love, or maybe it's someone you don't know that you see outside. We're just going to send love to everybody so that all people everywhere are happy and free. Thank you so much for practicing with us. The light in me sees and honors the light in each and every one of you. Spread your light to the world. Namaste.